Hi everyone, my name is Charles and today I want to talk about how I lost 100 pounds and how I've kept it off. So as a young child, I wasn't really overweight, 6, 7, 8 years old, not overweight. Didn't really start putting on the pounds until I was about 10, 11, 12. Started growing more, started eating a lot more, and I have vivid memories of a doctor's visit when I was 13 and I started going through puberty. I went in and the doctor said, okay, you're way overweight, you need to lose weight. Like you're fat, lose the weight. Telling a 13-year-old that doesn't really work though, because you're really just telling him to stop eating pizza and candy and ice cream and all the things he loves. So of course I didn't do that, and I kept putting on the weight. And I actually went through one round of weight loss when I was about 16. I lost 75 pounds, felt pretty good, but I ended up putting on all the weight and then some again after that weight loss because I lost weight for the wrong reasons. And it didn't have the proper motivation, so of course it didn't stick. As soon as the reason I was losing weight, things changed, I was like, well, forget it, I'm just going to go back to how I was. Now also when I was 13, I started experiencing some extreme ankle pain. They really started to hurt, so I went and saw some doctors, and they said, well, you're just growing, it's growing pains, this is happening, that's happening, you're just going to grow out of it once puberty stops, don't worry about it, it's going to be fine. So I was like, okay, cool. I worked a part-time job in high school. I played football all the way through high school, all the time dealing with this ankle pain that at times was debilitating and excruciating. If I had a football game or if I worked a shift at work, the next day I couldn't walk. The pain was so bad, there were days I wasn't able to get out of bed, and it was awful. Those are some of the hardest times of my life, which led me to one of the most difficult periods of my life, which was 18 to 21, where all I did was pretty much go and visit doctors because my ankles were hurting so bad. This was also a time in my life where I really started to pack on the pounds, and my peak weight was 320 pounds. Now between 18 and 21, I went and saw a couple different doctors, and one of the ones I saw for a long time was a specialist, and he did everything you can do to an ankle. Every x-ray, every scan, cortisone injections, manipulation under anesthesia from a different doctor, but I mean, we did everything you could do, and then of course at the end of it all, we did surgery. It's kind of like the final straw. I can remember him sitting in his office, and we've done everything we can do. I've been seeing him for like a year and a half now, and he's like, well, we can do surgery. And I was like, okay, like if you think that'll work, like you're the doctor, tell me what to do. So we did surgery on both my ankles back in 2012, had surgery on both, went through physical therapy to recover from both of that, and I thought, this is it, this is gonna fix my ankles. And it didn't. I still had the pain. I still wasn't able to walk or stand for very long at all, and I just got super demoralized and kind of came up to this point where I was about to accept a life of pain and just being unhappy. And then through a series of people, I got recommended to go see an ankle surgeon specialist. So I went to this doctor, and I had my very first visit with him. I'll never forget it. It's July 9th, 2014. I went into his office. He looked at all my past charts. He did an x-ray in the office. He watched me walk, and he sat me down, and he looked me in my face, and he said, the reason your ankles hurt is because you're fat. And I'd never had a doctor tell me that before. Every doctor I'd seen prior to this had been like, well, you're overweight, you're carrying all this extra weight, it might help to lose a few pounds and make your joints hurt less, but I don't really know if that's the cause, or I don't know if that's the issue. And I wasn't about to change my eating habits for I don't know if that's the cause, because I love food. I eat I freaking love food. And back then, and still to this day, I eat my emotions. Happy, sad, bored, whatever it is, I'm eating. And that's just something I know about myself. So that's something I know now that I have to control. So back then, this was the first doctor to sit me down and look me in my face and tell me, the reason your ankles hurt is because you're overweight. And now that I had an answer as to why my ankles hurt, and the answer was I needed to lose weight, I was like, all right, that's what I needed to know. That was my motivation to lose weight and to make it last, to make it stick. And I think that's the biggest thing for anyone out there who's tried to lose weight, who you've tried in the past, maybe a yo-yo diet, whatever it is, because I've done that. I went through all that. I've been there, done that, walked that life. Motivation, proper motivation is key. And for me, the proper motivation was, do I want to be able to walk and function like a normal human being? Do I want to be able to stand for longer than 15 minutes? Yes, I do. So I needed to lose the weight. Now, the doctor told me, lose 100 pounds by the time you come back for your year follow-up. He did surgery on both my Achilles tendons to help lengthen them and help alleviate some of the stress. And over the course of that year, from July 9th, 2014 to July 9th, 2015, I actually lost 100 pounds, and it felt incredible. Can't even begin to explain how amazing that felt. So how I lost that 100 pounds is pretty simple. I didn't do anything miraculous. I didn't do anything amazing. I actually didn't know a whole lot about being healthy or eating right. Really all I did was cut out processed foods. I stopped eating sugar and white flour and junk foods and things like that. And just making that adjustment, I lost 25 pounds really quickly. From July to September, I lost 25 pounds. And then from September to January, I actually didn't lose any weight at all. I hovered around 290 for those months. Now, to be fair, there's some pretty significant holidays in those months. You got Thanksgiving, Christmas, Halloween, although I'm not a big Halloween guy, but Thanksgiving and Christmas are there, and I went off the rails on those holidays. But still, I hadn't lost any weight at all. I've been hovering around 290, and I was really frustrated with myself now. So back in October, after a couple weeks of not losing weight, I started keeping a food journal. Everything I ate, whatever it was, if I ate one single chip, I wrote down in my food journal one chip. Everything I ate and drank, tracked it for months. So January 1st, 2015, I sat down, I went back and looked at everything. And it wasn't that I was eating bad food, I was just eating too much food. And that's when I realized just how important calorie control is. Well, actually I didn't fully realize it then, but I realized it enough to know, okay, I need to not eat so much. So I started controlling my calorie intake. Bam, weight started coming off again, lost the final 75 pounds, 100 pounds down July 9th, 2015. It was incredible. Now, how have I kept it off for almost 3 years now? It's been a pretty interesting journey to get where I am right now. Now, I'm not any kind of diet or nutrition expert. I'm not a gym expert, but I have learned a lot and I've made a bunch of mistakes along the way. And so I have a couple of main tips for you guys to help you, to try and help you avoid the mistakes I've gone through. First off, the big one, proper motivation. Have the proper motivation. That's super key to losing weight and keeping it off. Like I've given you mine. I don't know what yours is, but you got to find the right motivation. Number two, don't hold one piece of information as the holy grail of information and think that it is the trick, the magic trick to losing weight. There isn't a magic trick. There's not a secret formula. There's not a superfood. There's not one workout that's going to get you to where you want to be. I have fallen for all of those gimmicks. Believe me, I've been there. I've done that. I have looked for the quick fix. I have done the gimmick diets. I have done the fat burning drinks. I have done the specific weird workouts that are supposed to get you ripped. I've done it all. There's not one single thing that's going to get you this shortcut, quick, easy route to where you want to be when it comes to health and fitness. So that's the tip. Don't hold one piece of information as the holy grail of information. For example, after I lost 100 pounds, I started really focusing on working out and trying to bulk up and build muscle. I've been working out before this, but it hadn't been as important and as focused on bulking up and building muscle, because it's really hard to build muscle while you're losing weight. And so I started bulking up and trying to put on a lot of muscle. And I had a guy, a very trusted doctor that is a personal friend of ours, a personal friend of mine and my family's, say to me, oh, you're trying to bulk up, trying to build muscle. Eat some complex carbs. Add that into your diet. Sweet potatoes, oatmeal, stuff like that. Which is true. That's very good information. If you're trying to build weight, a really good way to do it, add complex carbs to your diet. That gives you that first energy source. Of course, it gets broken down into glucose. Gives you that energy source that you need to build muscles, produce ATP. All that happens. It's true. It was good information. I wrongly held it as the holy grail of information. I was like, okay, that's the secret, that's the tip, that's what I need to do. Just eating a sweet potato every day is going to give me the body I want, which is not true at all. Another thing I did these like gimmicky drink things where it was like mixing lemon juice and different seasonings and spices and all this stuff, and if you drink that every morning, then that's just going to melt the fat off and you're going to be super ripped. I did that for a little while. No. Okay, yes, there's lots of health benefits from doing that, but it needs to be a part of your overall fitness routine, not the only thing you do. So avoid having one piece of information be the focal point of your nutrition or fitness routine. Take all that information in, apply it, build yourself up with all these bits of information, but they all need to be part of the fitness routine, not the focal point, okay? Next thing I would suggest is finding what works for you and your lifestyle. This is key. If you're gonna stick to something long term, it has to be conducive to how you live. So there are a million different diets out there. There's all kinds of stuff: paleo, Atkins, vegetarian, vegan, low carb, high carb. There's a million different ways for you to diet. They all have one thing in common: eating fewer calories than you burn in a day. That's what weight loss comes down to. Now I know there's like a 0.1% of the population that their insulin and hormone levels do weird things, so it's difficult for them to lose weight. I understand that. 99.9% of people, it's simply eat fewer calories than you burn in a day. And all diets are different ways of getting you to do that. All right, if you wanted to eat a Big Mac meal every single day and it totaled out to 1,500 calories, but that's all you ate, first off, you'd be deficient in your macro and micronutrients. But the thing is, you'd be consuming fewer calories than you burned in a day. If you're a normal human being who also is working out, you would lose weight. If that's the route you wanted to go, I wouldn't suggest it, but that's possible to do. So all these different diets, find the one that works best for you, okay? Find the one that you can easily incorporate into your life, that you can stick to long term. That also goes for working out. Find the routine that best fits for you. There's a million of them out there. Do your research, guys. In the past several months, I've become a certified personal trainer and done a lot of research on top of coursework to learn everything I can about proper fitness and proper nutrition to help not only myself but future clients really achieve their goals, because everybody's different. You can't just say, okay, this is what works, apply it to everybody. That's not true. You got to find what works best for you. So to sum everything up real quick, find the thing that works best for you, the thing that you can stick to long term to really make the change. Don't hold one piece of information as the holy grail of information. You need to add all those bits of information into your life to make a full, what am I trying to say here? To really build that full diet, nutrition, fitness routine. Couldn't come up with a word, so we're just going to say that. And I think the most important thing is finding that proper motivation. To find that thing that is going to keep you going on the days you don't want to. The days you just want to break down and eat cake. The days you don't want to go to the gym. I have those days a lot. The motivation for me, like I said, is being able to walk. Whatever your motivation is, it needs to be strong enough to keep you going on the days you don't want to go. It's very, very tough, and I fully understand that. So hopefully you can take away something from this video and apply it to your life to achieve the goals you want to achieve. Because along this journey, I've had a lot of people inadvertently say something or do something that has really motivated me in a profound way to keep going. There's been 3 or 4 people I can look back and pinpoint and say, without you doing what you did, I might not be where I am today. I might be on my way to being where I am today, but I definitely wouldn't be as far along as I am right now. And that's what I want this video to be for somebody out there, to help motivate you to make that life-changing change in your life. Because I shudder to think where I'd be if I hadn't lost weight and started doing what I'm doing today. To think that I'd still be over 300 pounds, immobile, like not being able to live my life. It's scary to think about. So I really want someone out there to take away something from this video and to really change their life and achieve things they never thought are possible. And the final thing I want to say is it takes hard work. Like I was saying in that bit about don't hold one piece of information as the holy grail, there's not a gimmick, there's not a secret, there's not one little thing that's going to get you a shortcut to where you want to be. It takes hard work and it takes time. Don't get discouraged when your results don't happen instantly. Don't get discouraged when you plateau. Those things are going to happen. I have plateaued a lot in my years of fitness, but you have to push through and keep going. I'm currently still trying to lose a little bit of weight, so I fully understand how hard and difficult it is. That last 15 pounds is killer, guys. It really is. There's no substitute for hard work. You just got to do the work, learn what you need to learn, and you're going to do it. You're going to achieve it. It's going to happen. I know that's corny and cheesy, and I hate corny and cheesy and cliche, but it will. Hopefully you guys and gals can take away something from this video. Be motivated, be encouraged, because I've needed that a lot throughout the years, and hopefully I can do that for someone out there. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you later.